It's on.
Yeah.
It's been recorded.
Oh, sorry.
30 seconds. So, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Talk 30 to Me podcast, episode 2. We made it, girls.
We did.
Way.
We did indeed. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I missed
I
that.
didn't do that. I went like that.
Yeah, welcome back to the podcast. We are back. The podcast has gone out live. People are loving it,
Yeah.
except one person.
Yeah.
Who told me she thought it would be funnier than it was. So fuck you.
So did we.
Yeah, we have to be good.
Yeah. We actually don't even know why we're doing a second one. But that's funny.
That was feedback has been actually really delightful.
Yeah.
And off people I wasn't expecting it from.
Yeah.
It's lovely. Really, really nice.
I think it's funny as well seeing the different groups of friends,
Yeah.
how they've reacted to it. 'Cause like I know in my chat with the football boys, I've been somewhat rinsed.
And
But-
you actually.
But like in the sense of like, do you know they're rinsing me, but it's like, oh well, you've listened then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your friends have
My friends have been great, given lots of constructive
Yeah.
feedback. Like they've been, so some friends have just been like, we loved it. We want more of this, and this, which is good because like a lot of them around our age, and it's good to know what you guys want to hear
Mhm.
more of,
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
is sick. I love that.
Yeah.
and then your friend just laughed their ways through it. And
She did. She was very gutted that her what? What are you
Got
laughing
one
at?
friend.
Yeah.
My one friend.
Friends.
I'm in a chat with all the football boys. I got friends all around the globe. Lucy's got one friend.
How did she respond?
We're not even sure it's real. Like she might be
Yeah.
imaginary. No, I'm all right. I got friends.
You
Why
do.
are you making out to me that way? I'm a
Did your
delight.
boyfriend listen to it?
No. I wouldn't put him through that torture. He got put up with this 24/7. Do you know what I mean? Imagine living with me.
I actually got a lot of feedback through Kaylee.
Oh, really?
Like all her friends were saying they were listening to it and stuff.
That's really
Oh.
nice. That's
Yeah.
really nice. She asked me about it today, actually. It was very, very sweet.
I know we've got like a fan club going, haven't we?
Yeah.
Like people proper interested in what's happening with it. And like, oh, when you do the next episode? My mum,
Yeah.
shout out Mumsy.
People who aren't forced as well.
Yeah.
I thought a lot of people would be forced to listen.
Our
Yeah.
one listener in Slovakia.
Yeah. Big up Slovakia.
Yeah, big up
Yeah,
Slovakia.
buddy.
You know the deal.
I thought you were gonna go. I thought you were gonna try and speak Slovenian then. I really did. I really thought
That
you
would
should
I
be
do
don't
it.
even know how to
That
even
would be
do it.
outrageous. You could dub us all into Slovakian.
Can we just
Producer
get a dub
Rob,
over
is that
my
something
mouth
that can
right
be
now?
done?
Lou, if
I'm just trying to wonder why you said Slovenia when we're talking about
What would she
Slovakia.
call it?
Slovakian.
I don't know. Rob, I had to sat nav my way for a 20-minute drive. You think I know where Slovenia is? And like, I don't
Don't they
know.
have the Sylvanian house? No.
Slovakian anyway.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, feedback's been great. Please keep sending the feedback in. We can only get better or give you guys the content you want
Yeah,
if we know what you want.
Exactly that.
but also, like, leave us alone. We just we're
Yeah,
doing our
but if you
thing.
don't
I'm
think
only
it's funny, just keep it to yourself. Do you know what I mean? For fuck's sake.
Don't
like,
listen.
yeah. And do you know what? I hope you're listening to this episode and you call me out when I next see you for calling you out on here. Because then actually you probably did think we were funny because you're listening to the second episode.
Ooh,
Ooh,
burn.
we sounded like real bitches, and we're very,
I
very
know,
grateful.
we're not. Yeah.
We
which-
can't take criticism,
Yeah.
I swear.
Give us all your
Yeah.
constructive
Please tell
criticism,
us how bad we
guys.
are. Yeah, so it's been cool. It's been good. It's nice to finally be out there.
Mhm.
Episode 2 coming up to you now. And that is when I'm going to hand over because some of the feedback was that I talk too much. Which who would have thought?
It's crazy.
So I'm going to hand over this kind of way we're going to go is that someone will host
Yeah.
the episode each week, each fortnight.
Yeah.
And this episode is going to be hosted by our very own Lucy, who's
You-
done loads of prep. So
Oh, you lucky sausages. You know, you get more of me. Oh, why wouldn't you want to tune in? I mean, now's your chance. If you want to log off now, it's going to be a lot of me. Nobody messing. We were chatting away, and one of the big things that we found that was quite prominent in our kind of time growing up was body image, and how within a very small space of time, it's gone from one extreme to the other. Like 90s was all about quite possibly being as 2D as you could possibly be and as
Yeah.
skinny as you could possibly be. No lumps, no bumps. Just what's those things? Pipe cleaners. Just them with a head. And that was the standard for a long time when I was growing up.
Mhm.
And then obviously now we've gone like the other end and everyone's having fat injected into every orifice. Not that I'm judging, by the
I'd
way.
roll
If I had
my
the
own.
cash, I'd be absolutely having a BBL right here, right now.
What's
But-
the Charlie?
What did you just say?
I grew all my own.
You grow your own.
Same.
Yeah.
You grow your own
Homegrown, baby.
Ooh, good job. But yeah, so we just got a little chat about that today and just like how it's affected us differently. I said we're three very, very, very different people. Three very, very, very different body shapes and sizes and types. So yeah.
Sorry, where are you going with that?
What's the matter?
Where are you going with that? Different shapes and sizes?
Are you going to say that I called you fat now?
Bingo.
Well, producer Rob had to get a wide lens earlier because
Whoa!
You-
Fucking hell!
for me, to fit me in. And that hurt my feelings.
You went in hard there.
God, next one we
saying?
said we want to address the elephant in the room.
It's me.
This is coming from the girl who literally marched me around the office earlier and made me do height measurements with.
There's lots of teeny tiny people in the office. You're all like 4 foot something, and I'd like to know which one was the teeny
But we're
tiniest.
also not here to talk about work, for potential legal reasons. So
No, but I'm saying I can still say I was marched around the office. And
yeah,
I
you can say what you want if you want to speak to HR.
It was
Hi, HR.
It was consensual.
But just if HR are listening, I wasn't involved in this. Okay.
But I
I
was
was.
marched around the
Yeah, I
office
was.
earlier.
I just think well there we go then. That's one of like the main things that's always like plagues my existence is everybody thinks and constantly comments on how tall I am.
You're
Oh
not
my gosh,
tall.
you're so tall. Like, oh, you're so tall. I'm 5'6". That's quite normal
You're
height.
not tall.
You have incredibly
Yeah.
long legs.
Yeah, but which isn't all an illusion. So I'm not tall, so everyone thinks I'm tall. And somebody said before, and this really hurt my feelings, and if you are the person who said this, just know this has haunted me for many years. I was at a rugby game, stood on the side of the pitch, and my mate was getting a text from a guy who was kind of interested in her. And he was like, "Oh, you here yet?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm here. I'm like right here." And he was like, "Oh, are you stood behind your massive friend?" And she was.
That's outrageous.
Horrendous.
That's horrible.
I'm starting to realise that we shouldn't do serious subjects because
No, I'm here for it. And the point being is, that's why I
awful.
marched around the office earlier, because I've always wanted to be teeny and tiny and petite and small, and I'm not. I'm long and I'm leggy and I'm built like Mike Wazowski. I have got the torso of a toddler and the legs and arms of, oh God, a monster, shall we say.
Great
Oh,
for reaching the back of the
Lucy.
cupboard, though.
Great for me. Oh, selfie stick? No need, my friend. You want me to take a picture of 17 of us? No stress. With the arms for it.
Isn't it funny as well? Just to jump in, sorry,
Always.
because I have to apologise now.
Oh,
No, you
stop that.
don't.
Ellouise. He's had one bit of feedback.
which is so funny because it's going to support what I'm about to say. Like how each of us here will probably have our insecurities,
yeah.
but we will all, as part of a coping mechanism, self-deprecate.
Deprivate. Sorry to but somebody like to Google what self-deprecate means, because
Oh,
I don't think we do it.
I've always thought it was self-deprecate.
Hey, am I wrong, producer Rob?
You said that to so many people.
For years.
Okay, carry on with your
And
very
you all call me,
important
you all
point.
like make up I'm thick and stuff.
Lucy, you're just a gift that keeps on giving.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
No way. Am I right?
It's self-deprecate.
Yeah, but he didn't say that.
Yes, I did.
He said, I've been saying deprivate for years.
He said deprecate.
No, I didn't. I
He
said
said
deprecate.
Deprecate.
Oh, I just can't hear.
Can somebody
Deprivate.
deprivate?
That sounds so
Oh
wrong.
my God, hold
No,
on
no,
a
no, no,
minute.
no,
We
no.
just
No,
gaslighted
no.
the hell out of you.
Shall
didn't
I
we?
just Google it?
Can we Google it? Because
Yeah.
like deprived. Like you
I
deprive
thought he
yourself
said
of
the
something.
thing destricate, like he shot himself.
That's
The
defecate.
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 Hold on.
We're just going to pause the whole
Hold on.
podcast
So
for a
wait.
moment.
You
Producer.
both called me out
Yeah.
for saying the wrong one.
But we both don't know.
Stop.
You were wrong completely.
Stop.
You thought I was saying
Hang
I
on.
keep shitting myself.
I'm going to need you to stop it. Producer Rob is Googling it.
Hold
Okay.
on. Because again, this is going to be taking it to the court of producer Priddle. And again, I think I'm going to win this case.
Okay, so the correct wording is self-deprecating.
So what does
Self-deprecating.
What does that mean?
Self-deprecating.
What does that mean? Give me
All praise.
It
the
means
higher.
modest about or critical of oneself, especially
I've been saying that
humorously
wrong
so.
for years.
So
Listen, Charlie,
he's-
I can only apologise
I-
for my
No
behaviour.
dramas.
I accused you of
Shit in your pants, to be fair.
So yeah. Thanks for gaslighting me there, girls.
No stress.
Um,
Anytime. I'm so sorry.
so-
I am really sorry
So
because I do that.
yeah,
I'm gonna keep waiting.
but
I'm gonna.
that is going to be a brilliant clip on TikTok. That is going to
I'm
be such
really,
a good
really
clip.
sorry. Ellouise is having herself.
So yeah, so isn't it mad? Back to the point
Yeah.
that all I keep thinking of now is make sure you don't say self-defecate. Make sure you don't say self-defecate.
I'm just thinking, don't shit yourself on camera. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking.
Do we all fuck me, what's the word?
We're all very critical of ourselves.
We're all very critical of ourselves. It's like for me, for example, I will always be the first to make a fat joke.
I think more for myself is like, you know, when like when I say to you, and I'm saying all the time, I'm like, oh, I'm hanging, absolutely hanging today. Like
Yeah, but that's just being truthful, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. No, this is what I mean though. No, but that's the thing. I don't take offense to that because I'm the one who brought it up.
Who needs to
Who needs
Defecate.
who needs to defecate on himself?
Right,
Friends
you've
like
got
mine.
Charlie to do it for you.
Fucking too right. But that's what I'm saying. I think if I can say, oh my God, I don't look good today. It's not because I want everyone to be like, well, you look great today. I'm like, no, agree with me. Tell me, I look grim.
I just
Grimmy
can't.
cricket.
It's not in my nature to be able to do that. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I can't tell someone. Like, I will just keep my mouth shut if I think someone looks horrendous.
I think like I'll always cheerlead people if I can, because I would appreciate that back, especially if they're my friends.
Yeah.
But like earlier when I saw you and I come down, I was like, yes, someone's dressed for a podcast later. Just to mention quickly as a side thing, because you would have just heard a little chime, because producer Priddle has just cut something out. Every time you hear that chime, that's like the cancel count. Every time that word is put in, it's because producer Priddle can't find somewhere to naturally cut the podcast, and we've said something so outrageous that we'd either lose our jobs or get cancelled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Brittle.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brittle.
Saviour.
What were you saying, Luz?
Oh, just that you guys were all like looking like hot and spicy, ready to be filmed, and I forgot to wash my hair, forgot to bring an outfit for the podcast, and I've had to lend this from the back of Elouise's car because I refused, point blank, to sit here in my mum's off-the-shoulder, cold shoulder, green top, because it was the only thing that I had that wasn't.
And what's your
It's
excuse for last
appropriate.
episode?
Oh, mate.
No, I'm joking.
What cool ass. What was I?
No,
talking about?
and I complimented it. I said those. I liked your
And I
jacket.
said you could lend it. It's from Boohoo
It's not
Man.
going to fucking fit, is it?
It's a 3X. See why I'm not
3X won't fit me.
from Boohoo Man.
Not from Boohoo Man. No.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Good to know.
Where were we?
I'm just saying out like you guys look really cool and I don't, but I'm here for it and I don't want you to tell me I look good.
But-
that's the point. Is that if I say something shitty about myself, it's not to look for compliments. It's for simply to just voice my thoughts.
But you-
and I want you to agree with me.
I don't think you look as bad as you're making out.
Oh, but I feels it.
Oh, no.
But I think everybody's like that though, isn't they? Like nobody sees the good things in themselves. Everybody wants
Yeah.
something else. Everyone wants to
Well,
be
can I use
naturally.
the example of... I can't remember. I was trying to remember what the day was actually the other day for another reason. But do you remember the day that we was working together over Christmas? And the comment was made that I had a symmetrical face.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not going
Very
to sit and bang on about having a symmetrical face now for the next...
well, he's
Hour.
because he
We
does
would
it.
be here a long,
Yeah.
long
does
time.
that a lot anyway.
But, like, I'd never been told that before.
And you loved it, didn't
No,
you?
and I was
You held
buzzing.
tight.
And then I remember we was talking about getting piercings as well for a bit of content. And one of you said, oh, you should get nose piercings, it'll match your aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it's crazy how other people see you in a different way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And they're
How you
genuine,
see
you know,
yourself.
like
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a genuine, with like, you know, as much as I'd love nothing more to be like, yeah, get this done, get it all
Yeah,
done, and make
yeah.
it look like a twonk. I'm not going to do that. It was a genuine
Yeah.
No,
compliment.
that
What
gives me a
weird compliment
proper...
to give somebody. You've got a really symmetrical face, whereas I'm built just pure Quasimodo 24/7. You put
Nah,
a
but
camera in the
you're
middle of my
not.
face, it's all up and down.
But it's
Like
so
a Picasso in the rain.
it's so weird. I think body image, like, and how you talk about yourself and how confident you feel in that day totally depends on your headspace that
Yeah.
day as well.
Absolutely.
Because like I was talking to you the other day, weren't I? And I was saying how, like, with my leg, I might be in a headspace where I can make a joke about it.
Absolutely.
But other days,
You know,
Yeah.
I can't make a joke about it.
yeah, exactly.
Because
and that's your
Oh, no,
prerogative.
But
Like that's your choice to do that, and I would
Obviously-
never disrespect that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I always like would never just like throw a joke out if I could see that you were in that headspace to take it.
I
Yeah.
guess also it's because you're always on that journey of recovery from the accident as well.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Do you know what I mean?
when you fell off that boat and your leg went into the propeller, like how you
Mad.
recovered from that mental scenes.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Because we do have a confession. It wasn't an alligator.
No.
We just wanted to.
Oh.
Seen
stop
how
there
many
a bit.
people believed it, but
Yeah,
yeah,
but actually fell off a boat, propeller.
it was
Whoppa!
it was traumatic. I think, especially because it was like a tour boat and there was lots of crying children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Scarred. Scarred.
Yeah, a lot
not
of
funny,
a lot
is
of
it?
them are in group therapy still.
Sorry, just crying.
And it's mad because, like, you think, you go on a nice holiday to the Costa del Sol,
You do.
and the last thing you think is if you're going to be on a glass bottom boat, you're going to see.
And I mean that, and do you know what? Joe, I thought it was really sweet of that guy to actually go retrieve the leg, see if they can stick it back on. Like that was good of him. Like what
Yeah.
what a trooper.
'Cause most people would have left it for fish food.
Hmm.
Not Rico.
Good old Rico.
Do you know what, right?
What a guy.
Rico wouldn't do that.
And we just want to say a massive shout out to Rico's glass bottom boats in Tenerife. Costa del Sol, sorry. It's because
Tenerife was
I was talking
another
about
time.
Tenerife radio earlier. That's what it is. With the leg, some days we could, we have a joke about it, and the other days we can't.
I literally said earlier, and I was like, oh, and on about somebody else, like she haven't got a leg to stand on, and neither has Elle. And then just in a pass ago, she's like, yeah. Just carried on.
Yeah.
Like,
And-
Totally depends on where I'm at with you as well. Like
Yeah.
I have got to be comfortable with you. But I was saying to Charlie, it's so messed up because one day I can make a joke and I'm totally fine with that. And then the next day someone else can say it and it's not their fault because I've said that this is the boundary and you can make that joke. But the next day I'm fuming. I've said
And
that.
they never forced you
Yeah.
to go on a glass bottom boat, so.
No one forced me to go on that other than my parents. So yeah.
no, we did down.
Yeah, and I think it's the same for, like, my big thing is my weight and my size. And
Yeah.
do you know, like, certain people when they go, oh, yeah, what's going on, big man? And it's like, what? The first name you could have thought for me is big man. Now, I've seen 6'2" blokes who aren't fat be called big man as well.
Yeah.
It's my head that goes to,
Yeah.
you're calling me big man because I'm fat.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it is because I'm fat. Because I'm 5'11" and 3/4.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you were 6 foot. You
Well,
bragged the other day about being
depends
six.
Who's asking?
Okay.
But as soon as we talk about body image, little confession, 5'11" and 3/4. But in my shoes, I go over 6.
Okay, cool.
Fair.
So,
Counts.
It
yeah,
is. It is.
You are
heels.
mainly in shoes.
exactly.
True.
So, but yeah, so I instantly go to that because of my weight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, I just think, I don't know, it's weird. It all depends on where I'm at with my head.
Did you find with your leg,
Yeah.
the older you've got, the more easier it is to take? Or do you think,
It's not even about jokes. It's so weird with my leg because I always say this, because I was a child, my traumatic accident, because I was a child when I had my leg amputated.
why weren't you wearing a life jacket? Health and safety's gone mad in Costa
I
del Sol.
was
To be
wearing
fair,
a life
Rico-
jacket. It doesn't stop me from going into the propeller.
True.
Yeah.
I've
But
never-
Rico screwed. Like that's
Yeah.
it. That was the last of his last
That's
bottom balls,
liability
Shereen.
insurance.
You didn't even sign a waiver.
Nightmare.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Anyway, no, I
Sorry.
think having my leg amputated as a child, I was a teenager with an artificial leg, which kind of like makes you a bit more self-conscious because I was very aware that I was different.
Yeah.
I was never bullied or anything like that, like at all. I had a lovely school and everyone knew me from a kid. So like I was never bullied or anything like that. But
I'm so
I
glad to
think
hear that.
from I was very aware that I was different to like other girls. And I used to always think, oh, I'll never get married because no one's going to want to take a girl with one leg. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'll never have all these things happen for me. And I just kind of accepted that. Not true. Don't settle.
Flash the ring out.
You know. So, but that I'm fine now. Like I'm open telling people I've got one leg, but I will still cover it up. I still don't like being on holiday and people seeing me hop from like because I can't wear it in the water, from like the sunbed to the pool.
Yeah.
I love the pool. But it's weird because
Safe place to swim now,
Yeah.
No
propellers.
So I find that it's so weird because I'm confident in telling people, yeah, I've got an artificial leg, but I'm not willing to show it, and everything like I wear has to
and again,
hide it.
that's your boundaries that you've created for yourself.
But I think that's because I was a teenager and those habits have stayed with me.
Can I ask a question which obviously you don't have to answer it, and it may be something that comes up in the future in another episode when we talk about dating and stuff. But obviously, like, you're happily married now, but like when you've been on the dating scene, have you ever dated in the online dating era?
Yes.
So like, do you just bang it on your Tinder profile, or is it kind of one of those things like, do you know, like with me, when I used to online date, I'd be like, oh, by the way, I do just need to let you know that I've got a child. Yeah. Like, do you just like bust that in, or is it on the profile, in the bio, heads up?
It's not in the bio because it's not a person. It doesn't define me. Yeah. But if I get to the point where I'm talking to someone, I think if it's just like, come on, we've all like online dating. There is just the conversations that don't go past anything, and it's just a bit of flanter, and flirty banter. Yeah. Just a bit of flanter, and it's not going anywhere. I don't tell those people because it's not going. But if I'm thinking, oh, this could actually lead to like a date or something, then I'll tell him, because it's not for you. I'm not wasting my time. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, why do I need to waste my time when I don't like you because you have got an issue with it? Yeah. And two, like, it ain't going away. It's not going to grow back. So, like,
not starfish.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to hide it. So if you've got an issue, there's no point in me going on a date with you and liking you.
Do you know what I would have loved?
Love the fact you respect your own time for that, in a sense of like, oh, you know, I don't want to offend anybody. You're like, no, if you're going to be a normal borough, then you're not even going to get a chance to see how incredible I am as a person.
Do you know what
like, do you know what I mean?
If your response was, no, I don't tell him, and then I send him a nude. And,
there it is.
I love that filter.
Or she can, or maybe.
What's that trick you can do?
Why are you stood on one leg?
I'm like a flamingo.
Or you could like do what you did to me that time when I found out. I'm just picture this, maybe not in a work setting, maybe like, I don't know, in a bar or pub or something. They get up to go to the toilet, you come back and your legs on your chair.
Yeah. Well.
Brilliant.
And gives me great pranks.
It does, yeah. And I never respected you more than that point.
But on the back of that, I've also got to the point where, and this is only recent, going into my 30s, feeling a bit more confident. But like, I used to make this big song and dance about like telling someone that I've have an artificial leg, and not in a dating setting, like in a friend setting, because people get so uncomfortable. Like the amount of times someone would go to me, oh, what have you done to your leg? And I used to be like, because they think like I've just twisted my ankle or something. And I used to be like, well, the thing is, when I was younger, I lost my leg and it's an artificial. And that is so, and I was like, fuck this. Why am I making this more comfortable for you? I'm the one with one fucking leg. Yeah. Like, so I got to the point where I was just like, oh, I got one leg. Lots of people ask me now, the amount of times I go, oh yeah, I've just got one leg. And the amount of people around me would go, oh, you can't just say it like that. You make people so uncomfortable. I was like, why is it uncomfortable for them? I'm the one with one fucking leg.
Exactly.
I remember, I don't remember exactly how I found out that you only had one leg. And I remember speaking to her, like, do you know Ellouise? Like, I must have walked past her. She keeps saying hello to me every morning.
There's a story behind
She keeps trying to hire me for a podcast. It's really weird.
I said, yeah, you know Ellouise. And it was someone we know, funny enough, the same person who was trying for a baby. Have you worked out who that is yet?
What? No.
Cool. yeah, like we were
You never
talking.
told me.
We were talking about, I think it was like, Lucy and Ellouise.
Yeah.
And then I think then somebody else said, oh, do you know Ellouise only has one leg? Which firstly, just to back you up on the thing of what the fuck does it matter?
Oh, this
why is that being brought up
so much?
And then I said, nah.
Yeah.
Like, because whenever I'd seen you, I had no reason to think
No.
she's got one leg.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
It's always hidden.
Because, but also like, it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean?
No.
And then so like, then I remember when the first ever conversation we had about you two doing a podcast,
Yeah.
and we're talking, and the name came up something about like
2.5 legs.
2.5 legs or something like that. Or like,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh shit, she actually only has one leg.
Yeah.
You'll be so surprised how common that is. Like, if you are close to me, I am Ellouise, and there's so many more things that you'll probably say about me before you say that. But the amount of times I hear someone go, oh yeah, someone, when they hear about me for the first time, or they're like, like you know Ellouise? And the amount of people who go, do you know she's got one leg? And it's like, oh my God.
Why is that the
That's
fun
not-
fact?
I don't get it.
That's not
I'm not
defining.
offended. Like, cool. Like, it is pretty cool. I'm pretty sick. But like,
It is cool.
it's
I think it's
like
like anything, right? So like with my side,
yeah.
like anybody that lives around it, so anyone that's known you as a child or got to know you,
Yeah.
it's not a thing. You're around it so much.
It's just Charlie.
Like it's like with me, like when I was at my biggest, I used my little boy as the example, right? Like he never looked at me any differently. He still loved me as his dad.
Yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong, there's so many funny stories I've got about like when we went on holiday and I didn't need a seatbelt extender. And I'd been really quiet about it. I was like, oh, I need a seatbelt extender. And she's like, yeah, no worries, I'll bring it over to you. And then like I was sat there, like I've strapped my little boy up on his seatbelt. And he's like, Dad, put yours on. And like he said it because he's panicking, like, shit, what if the plane goes on? I was like, oh, no, I got to wait for an extra seatbelt. And he's like, why, Dad? He's like, you'll get that round you. And obviously he doesn't know the social construct of why I'm not doing it. So then to entertain him, I was like, oh no, look, it won't. And as I did it clicked in.
Hey.
Yeah, and I was like, and then I was buzzing then, and I was like, oh my God, I don't need a seatbelt extender. He's like, yes, Dad, you've lost enough weight, you don't need an extra seatbelt.
Oh
and
my
like he's telling the whole fucking plane.
Oh, that's
He's like-
so wholesome.
he's like,
though.
The seatbelt fits my dad. My dad's lost so much weight that the seatbelt fits. And,
That is so
and,
precious.
like, he wouldn't have cared if I needed a seatbelt extender.
Yeah.
But he was buzzing.
Because you were buzzing, yeah.
Yeah. But like no matter how much weight I've lost, he's never looked at it like my dad's fat. And I've always tried to teach him that fat's not a bad word.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like the same as you. Like, if you was to have a child now, they're always going to grow up with their mum having one leg or an artificial leg.
It's like my little sister and brother. They
So like, someone might at school when they're older be like, oh, hasn't your mum got one leg? And they're like, yeah.
yeah.
Like it only seems to be an issue. Everyone's body confidence only seems to be an issue for other people.
100%.
Yeah.
And making things more comfortable for other people and making things like,
Which is the
Go
reason
on.
why I say about like if I say like something about myself, it's self-defecating. That I'm not saying it because I want people to be, oh no, boo boo, everything's fine. You look great. I want you to. It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying how I feel today, and you're more than welcome to join me and say, yeah, you have looked better in the past. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So that's
Please
fine.
tell me I've looked better than this.
It's the same with like when I talk about weight loss to people. And I'm like, I always say to people, oh, have you ever seen the picture of me when I was fat?
Yeah, you do.
Because although I'm still fat now, right? But I'm 10 stone lighter than I was.
Yeah.
And so I'm still like in the weight loss group I'm in, I'm now at a weight that some boys start at.
Yeah.
Because I was really fucking heavy. Like I was a big boy. Like, I didn't fit in the chairs at work. Like you've seen the pictures, haven't you?
I've seen the pictures.
Yeah.
Never knew you at that way.
No.
But you've
So
seen
then I
pictures.
kind of tell people, and it's kind of that sense of making them more comfortable around the situation, because they're probably, when I say, oh yeah, I've lost a bit of weight, they probably think, or in my head, they're thinking, has he?
Yeah, I don't think anybody.
But then if you know anybody that knew me when I was at my biggest, or I show people the picture, they go, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like
It
so
is
many people
insane.
say to me now, like, oh, are you looking skinny? I'm not. But in perspective I
Yeah.
am. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we do a lot of things to make other people comfortable about the situation we're in.
Yeah, massively. And I think, it's we live in a world where it is all about how we want to look as well and how we think we should look. And I think 20s were a bit brutal in that because we are a generation, and people listening to this as well, we are a generation of people that grew up on America's Next Top Model, plus size being what, like 6, 8?
Yeah.
Like, and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? We grew up.
People wanted to be size 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
And then it switched, didn't it? Because then we needed to be curvy.
Curvy gal.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And then we lived in a society where too skinny looked down. And it's just like
Big is
everyone,
beautiful.
Yeah.
everyone just be whatever fucking size you are. The thing is, realistically, like because of height differences and the way that we're born, we all carry weight or don't carry weight very differently.
On my BMI, I am classed as morbidly obese, which is just stunning. I think we've all had that thing. Yeah, big up morbidly obese.
Yeah.
Parties unite, sensational news. Also, I think we've all had that. Well, a lot of us have had that feeling when we all got the Wii board first time. We stood on that board, and that little tiny egghead popped on the screen and was like,
Yeah, mine just never stopped. Fucking.
yeah. And it basically, as children, it was going, you're absolutely massive, pal. What you're going to do is some exercise on this board now. Dink, 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 dink. Step up, step down, step. And I thought I was going to lose 70,000 stone on my Wii board in the gas. What was I doing? Just step back and just go for a walk. At the
Thing
park.
is, as well, social media
Yeah.
doesn't help.
Yeah.
No.
Filters don't help.
No.
Like, do you know the term, catfish?
Yeah.
Like, that's wild. It's wild that people catfish, but also it's wild that there is a terminology for people that look better online than you do in person. Like, it's mad that that's a thing.
That's me. I am that person. No, I'm sure.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I am. I am. I scrub up once every 6 weeks for a night out, the rest of the time.
But don't we
Make
all-
it the profile picture.
Yeah,
we
that's the
all
profile picture.
do that.
Absolutely, that's what I post. Obviously,
Yeah.
you're not going to see me looking great, and that is just a thing that we all do.
Yeah, as much as we all bang on about body confidence and body positivity, we do all still do it. Like, if you go through any timeline on anyone's social medias, how many rough pictures do they put up?
I'm going out Saturday. Wait for the new profile picture.
Oh, she looks
Yeah,
she looks
yeah,
so good.
like it's, but it's not because like I would post videos of me looking rough and that and pictures.
Okay, so
but
this is the thing about this though. Sorry to interrupt you. So I'm really sorry. But if I don't say it now, you know what it is,
No, go
my
on.
brain. So I'm absolutely fine with posting myself looking absolutely griminy cricket, right? I can look honestly the grossest I've ever looked if I post it.
yeah,
Because I'm in control.
Don't tag me. Don't you fucking
If
tag
anybody
me.
else
And-
takes a photo or a video of me and that's out of my control, even though I could look identical in both videos, it's
also
somebody else caught me. And I don't like that. And I don't know
Also,
why.
I don't know if you feel this, but like the timeline is polished,
Mm.
the story is feral.
Yes.
I'm confused.
So the timeline, see if I was to post, I've only got
So
Instagram.
on my feed,
So if I post on my Instagram a picture, I do a picture post.
because I've stayed for a long time.
Oh.
Right? I'm looking
I get
10. I've just had a trim. Like I'm looking.
Hairline.
Yeah. I haven't got the dodgy turkey widow's peak.
Sick.
I'm there. Do you know on the story?
Yeah.
I could look rough as a
That's
cow's
going away in
arsehole.
24 hours and I can see if anyone screenshotted it and I know who's got beef for me then. Look.
Can I just not wrapping it, that's the wrong word. Just
Yo.
rewinding a bit then.
Yeah.
So going into our 30s,
Yeah.
which is happening sooner for some people. Going into our 30s,
Next month.
how are we
Tomorrow.
feeling?
It'll be this month.
Oh.
Wait. How going into our 30s, how are we feeling about our body? About ourselves?
Okay. So
Lucy first.
I see we're all critical of our own selves. I grew up and until I was like 18, I could eat wherever I wanted, when I wanted, which is normal for a child, basically, you know, to eat what you want, when you want, you stay, you know, I was active, I was dancing all the time. And I was literally 7 stone soaking wet. And I always thought that would be the case. I then got into a relationship. I stopped dancing because I got bad knees. I feel like I could have been a professional football player if I didn't, hurt my...
You've literally stolen my speech.
But I stopped doing as much dancing, blah, 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 and then the kind of weight just kind of piled on. I'm lucky in a sense that for a while I carried it in a way that I was actually maybe quite confident. In a sense, I wasn't a little stick anymore. I had a little bum, a little bit of size and things like that, which was great because I moved with the times. Yeah. I felt okay when I was super duper skinny because that was the vibe at the time. Then when everybody else was, in the kind of, the Beyonce curves, not that I had them at any point, but what I meant is I didn't feel self-conscious about them at anything like that. And then now I know that I need to work on myself, and it's not because I think I'm gross or I think I'm, fat or anything like that. I'm not saying any of that. I just mean for my own personal benefit, I need to help myself because I'm not where I need to be.
Yeah.
So I think 30 is something I'm going to put on the old to-do list.
Yeah.
Is to just get myself healthier in a sense. Carry the weight where I used to carry it before because I'm currently carrying it all in my chin and in my neck. I mean, my chin is from here to here. Nice. And I could go and I could have that lemon bottle dissolver and I could, scrape the money together and have a BBL and whatnot. But is that really what I want? Because the times will change again. And already, and it's this very thing, the Kardashians have had all their BBLs bloody dissolved and everything now, haven't they? And like the lip filler thing. Biggest lips was the best lips. I plowed through all the filler. And now everyone's getting them dissolved.
But do you find that as you get older, because definitely for me, I'm losing weight now for different reasons.
Yeah. Yes.
So
it's not for anyone else, it's for me.
When I was 13, 14, 15, all those ages, every time I tried to lose weight, I weren't losing weight because I cared.
No.
I didn't give a fuck, to be honest. I was fat. It was part of my personality. Yeah. I mean, I was always that funny fat kid. Something happened when I was 27 that gave me enough of a shock that, and nothing health related. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say what it was. Yeah. And this is mad, and I don't want anyone to judge me here. Yeah. Basically, I put loads of weight on over COVID and stuff. I was eating loads of shit. Yeah. And I went to wipe my ass one day.
Because I'm so sorry. She's listening so intently.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get the turn. I've never spoken about this publicly, right?
Okay.
I couldn't get a turn, yeah?
Yeah.
So then I'm Googling then, how do you wipe your ass if you can't, yeah?
Charlie.
And I found this stick thing that old people have to help them.
I've seen them.
Yeah. And it's it clenches the toilet roll and then it helps you get the reach.
Yeah.
And I just set myself the thing then of I don't want to wipe my ass with a stick. I also don't have to get in a shower and shovel the shit out my ass crack. So what am I going to do about it?
No, but that's such a probably a moment that maybe quite a lot of people have had.
Yeah,
I think everyone
has that moment, innit? And I was 26, maybe 27 when it happened. And so then I was straight bang on the weight loss, yeah? Started Man v Fat Football, and then another lockdown come. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, innit? And I put more weight on.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had already purchased the stick. And then...
Oh, you had that in possession?
I couldn't wipe my ass. I had to Amazon Prime that. Because there was because obviously I had to have my beef poo that time.
What's that?
Where you just get in a shower and just go for gold. But do you know as well, sitting on a toilet seat and going to wipe my ass and flinging off of it. And then that's another toilet seat broke.
Yeah.
So because of them.
Another one.
So then because of all of that, I was like, well, I'm going to start losing weight. Yeah. Then the lockdown happened. I put even more weight on. Mm. And then that's when I started working where we work now. And I had to walk up that hill.
Yeah.
And it took me 45 minutes to walk up the hill. And I was like, fuck this. So then the lockdowns stopped. And then I just started losing weight. Bam, bam, bam. And then I think the lightest I lost 10 stone.
Yeah.
I've put a little bit on recently, but in a healthy way.
Yeah.
And then I'm back on to losing it again now.
Yeah.
So then I was scared to do Penavan because I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. And then last year I did it 6 times.
Yeah.
And every time I got quicker and quicker and quicker to the point that the last time I did it last year, I took my mum up Penavan.
Yeah.
And she was like, I can't believe how fit you are.
Yeah.
For like,
yeah.
like you just walked up this mountain like it's nothing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's like the progress
And
I've
that's
got.
personal goals. Like that's
Yeah,
like you
and
did that
then-
for you.
And then the next day she had a job interview. They asked her in the interview, like, what's something you've done that's made you proud? And she's like, I climbed Penavan yesterday. And they were like, why? And she's like, oh, my son's lost loads of weight. And I just wanted to show him that, like, I want to support that.
Yeah.
And then she got the job. And they said, like, you know, the passion you spoke about
Well done.
things, including, you know, being a grandparent and how, like, she's brought us up basically on her own.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just mad the transition you go on. And then for me going into my 30s is I want to continue that.
Yeah.
Like we said in the last episode, I grew up a lot quicker in the end because I had a kid.
Yeah.
So for me, turning 30 really isn't as big a deal in some areas.
Yeah.
But it is for different reasons.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just about continuing that journey of
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to lose, you know, because like I said earlier, I'm now at a weight that some boys join Man v Fat at.
Yeah.
And so when they see me, they think, oh, he must be a new boy too. But actually, I've been on this
Your
mad journey
progress
already.
is insane.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
I'll-
It is insane.
We'll try to get a
Such-
picture put up somewhere if people want to see it.
Yeah.
But I want to do the next one. So I hope that we're sat here still in a year or two time and I'm even smaller and then people can go back and look at the episodes and be like,
Yeah.
what an inspiration. Like, you know, and that's
Yeah.
not me trying to be like, I want to be a hero. But it's pushing
Yeah.
that thing of like, if you put your mind to it and you're never too old to start.
No.
And a good friend of mine, and she's probably going to cry if this makes it into the thing, she's been having a bit of a rough time recently, right? And she said to me the other day, she's like, just remember, because she was like, she's been having a rough time, but she was supporting me.
Yeah.
She said, just remember, it doesn't matter how many times you start.
Yeah.
It just matters that you start again.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh.
That
then
is-
I
that
used
is
that
quite
back on
true.
her when
Yeah.
she was having a rough time. I was like, a wise woman once said.
Oh.
And so like, I want to take that into my 30s of like,
Yeah.
if I've put a bit of weight on recently, sound. I've not put 10 stone on.
Yeah.
I've put a stone and a half on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And get that back off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You've done 10, what's 1.5?
Yeah,
What's
like,
that between friends? You know,
cool.
like
Yeah.
you can do it. Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah,
that's,
so that's me.
I think that's
I love
great.
that.
I really, really like that.
Ellouise.
I think for me, I need to stop comparing myself to what I was.
Mm.
I think, like,
Yes.
do you ever, like, as I know so many people in my life who do this, and when we were younger, we all used to think we were massive, like, and then you look back on pictures and you go, no, I wasn't. Nothing.
I would do anything to look like that now.
Yeah, I would
But again,
anything.
I
I
find
need to
that I-
stop comparing.
Yeah.
But I do it when I was like 16, 17.
Exactly.
I was a
It's
prepubescent, but like
unrealistic.
a teeny weeny tiny
Burning
person.
calories like it was fuck all.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
like, because you're out about all the time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Especially
that.
like learning to drive.
Yeah.
You know, like you've progressed your driving, so you're not on the move as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
Like-
used to
I
walk.
drive everywhere.
Yeah.
I literally used to walk. Me and my mates, we would walk 2 hours from our like little village over to the nearest McDonald's, and it would take us 2 hours to walk there. We'd eat McDonald's,
Burnt it
walk
off.
back, two hours to walk back, right? And we would make that
Yeah.
make a day of it.
Burnt that off.
Now, you wouldn't catch me walking
No.
30 yards. All right, if I
Yeah.
can reverse there and pull up in the shotgun
s-
wagon, it's happening. I ain't walking. No.
I strangely enjoy walking, but more like a hike across the beacons rather than
To
to McDonald's and back because McDonald's.
along a highway.
Yeah, McDonald's has a drive-through.
Yeah, I know. That's
Do you know what I mean? But I'm supporting your thing of course we wouldn't walk to a McDonald's.
yeah, exactly.
Like-
Yeah, but like we used to think it was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think so for me, it's to stop comparing myself to what I used to be. And I just need to be kinder to myself, I think.
Yeah.
Like I know I touched upon earlier how I am with my leg. Like I'm going through mad things with my leg at the moment. I've on the NHS, I'm doing this trial called the MPK trial, which is called a microprocessor knee. And it's like basically I'm gonna have like a computer in my knee that's gonna stop me from being in so much pain, because every day I'm in a certain level of pain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's meant to give me a better quality of life. So I'm hoping with that, like I can start kind of being a bit more active, being more confident in myself again. But I think I do need to just get to the point of starting to own the fact that I am a disabled woman, and I own the fact that I have an artificial leg, and I just need to kind of, it's not that I don't accept it because it's been my entire life,
Yeah.
but I've got to figure out how can I own it more. Do you know
Yeah.
what
Can
I
I
mean?
just go a bit deep for a second?
Yeah, of course.
And I apologize for this podcast has been a bit deeper than the last one.
Yeah.
But it's gonna happen. This is what this is. It's not a comedy podcast. It's a lifestyle podcast. But
The fact that we're hilarious just adds to it, guys. You know.
I think I speak
like
for
your
everybody
sausages.
in this room
Yeah.
when I say I can't wait to be on that journey. Not with you because it's you doing it, but like I can't wait to see you thriving.
Same.
With this new leg,
because
and like
you already thrive. Like you were the biggest inspirations in my life.
Like that. Obviously, I've only really got close to you three more recently because of the podcast. But like, it's gonna be sick that we're gonna be spending so much time together.
Yeah.
That like we're gonna see that whole process through, and it's like I know a lot of the times when we talk about things, I'm like, let's document that for the pod, and I'm that guy in the group chat that's like so
for the pod.
Yeah, so switched on to like I'll do anything for the pod. I think this is something so personal that I wouldn't even suggest it. But I'm also buzzing that we get to experience it in terms of seeing you go through it.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Like I said, you are like one of the biggest like inspirations in my life, and that's not even a joke. Like you were just so unapologetically yourself, and I just love it.
You are. No, I laugh because the word you're inspirational. Like me and one of my friends, we always used to laugh because like I used to be a youth worker and all the kids would come up to me and go, "You're such an inspiration."
Oh, I wasn't even talking.
No, I know.
She just thought about like your personality in general. Like you just are one of those people who walks into a room and the crowd goes wild. And I just love that about you. I'm part of the crowd. I'm loving it.
I was talking to someone earlier about an idea I had, work related. And I was like, I've got this banging idea. I want to present it. And they said to me, I said, I'm not just presenting it because I want to do this, but I think it'd be a brilliant idea. And they actually said to me, they're like, you'd be brilliant for that, but you'd have to fight Ellouise for it. And I was like, sick. That's one of my mates.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a competition. That's collaborative. Let's get together.
Yeah. I love that. Clearly, my idea, it just shows that we are this group of people that are so similar.
We are.
Do you know what I mean? And like, I feel blessed that like, because through my journey, I've lost a lot of friends the last few years, more so just because I've kind of just concentrated on myself more.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to be chilling with people and doing something with people that are so on the same wavelength. Do you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
And like, I know we understand each other a lot more.
Yeah.
And then I think when then Rob got involved, it's been such a natural progression because it's like, sick, we've just found a fourth person.
Who's just slotted right in.
Yeah. And like, do you know, like every time we meet, well, we don't really meet up, but every time we talk about the pod or anything goes on, I think it's class because we're all so keen for everything. Like, if Rob's like, I've got this idea, we do this. And we're all like, yeah, bang. And like, we're going to do a ghost hunting episode.
Yeah.
And I'm shitting myself for it.
Defecating.
I wouldn't rather, I'm self-defecating myself. I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else apart from you three.
No, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
That. But I think it was a credit. Like when we all got here, we loved doing the pod. Like I'm not putting that down, but we were probably a bit like, start getting the mic set, blah, blah, blah. And then we sat down and we were just having this wild chat. And I was like, oh, we're recording now, are we?
Yeah.
And it started because when we're together, it is such a good vibe. It's such a good time. I don't think I could be this kind of comfortable in this setting because this isn't natural. I may be like, well, but this isn't a natural setting for me.
Of course.
Without you guys. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
God, this is
also, I think
so cheesy.
I think as well, when we said like to people, we're thinking of doing a podcast, not one person went,
nah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Everyone went, and I'm not even joking. And we told hundreds of people, and not one person, even like people like my mum has no idea what a podcast is. She was like, so I just get to listen to you all have a conversation. I'd love that.
Yeah, my mum.
Like, do you know what I mean? I was like, well, why would you love that? Like, I just want to know your thought process, but why would you like it? Oh, because you're all funny and, you tell, you're all telling stories, things like that. And I'm just like, oh, actually, they're like, one part of me at the beginning was a little bit like, who the hell is going to want to listen to me chatting absolute shite for an hour? And
I don't know how many people have said it to you lot, but like, I've had loads of people say, when you first said you was doing a podcast, I wasn't too sure. And this is only people that know me. They don't know us as a group. They'd said, when you first said about doing a podcast, I wasn't too sure. But there's one friend in particular that stands out, and I'm sure he'll be listening to this, and I'm not going to name him, but he'll know who it is. He said to me, I was going to listen to it. I weren't expecting much. He said, I weren't expecting it to be shit, but I weren't expecting it to be as funny and as kind of sick as it was. And no matter what it sounded like, I was going to tell you how good it was, and I was going to tell you to carry on with it and really push with it. But he said, genuinely, mate, that's sick, and you have to really fucking push this.
Yeah. I think, I don't know about you guys, but my friendship group, I'm incredibly blessed to have. They are the most honest, incredible people ever.
It is more than one friend. She does.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
I've met a lot of them, and
friends.
they are
People love to
lovely.
be around me. Genuinely, I know if they had, well, they have given me feedback on it. I believe them.
Yeah.
And I have to believe them because they've never lied to me before.
Yeah.
They're the people who call me out on all my bullshit.
Yeah.
They're the first people to do it. They always, like I said, I'm surrounded by people who keep me humble on every way, shape, and form. So to have comments like we've had, I'm like, Joe, I believe her. I'm like, thanks.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Actually, okay.
Do you know
Great.
what though? Going back to body image,
Yeah.
thinking about that, and just because we've talked about those people in our lives, do you think a lot of the fact that we're in a position now where we are kind of growing and we're coming into some kind of self-acceptance? Sorry.
Self-defecating.
God, we're going into that. Is a lot to do with the people that surround us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I am so lost without the people that I surround myself with. And I'm at an age now where I don't have time for people I don't want to give my time to.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm definitely at this point, and I'm not a dick to anyone I don't want to hang out with, but I am very selective on who I give my spare time with because
But I think that's because time becomes so precious.
yeah.
Especially like, look at me with my little boy.
Yeah.
Like, I have him so often
Yeah.
that then I've already lost is for want of a better word, because I don't think I've lost any time with him. I love my time with him, and
Your free time for yourself.
you guys
really.
can vouch for that. Is the best time I have is spent with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so yeah, like if I was in a relationship with another parent, well, like his mum, and I was spending all the time together, I probably wouldn't have time to do this, or I'd have more free time because
Yeah.
it's not set dates that I have him and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't begrudge any of that. But so like already my free time is halved.
Yeah.
Right? On top of that, then I need to concentrate on losing weight and playing football to lose weight, building a relationship with my girlfriend. So of course, with the little bit of time I have, I'm being selective with who I'm giving that to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why I wouldn't be here
If we were
giving
in-
my night up after work
Yeah.
if I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And just to speed it up, I think that's a perfect way to kind of wrap up today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that I think we've gone from speaking about body confidence to just confidence in general, and just kind
Absolutely.
of our perceptions of ourselves in general.
Yeah.
And just that lesson that
Yeah. I think the realization that the only people who deserve an opinion are the people who you value their opinions of, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think everyone's
There's-
entitled to opinions, of course, but the only opinion you should care about, or you should really take on board, because some people are just going to have an opinion to be a dickhead.
There's a comedian,
Yeah.
and I cannot remember who it is for the love of me. He'll probably wake me up at 2:00 in the morning to remember. That they said, "You booze mean nothing to me. I've seen what makes you cheer,"
Yeah.
and I love that.
Yeah.
Because if our values don't match, I don't give a shit about your opinion then.
And it's the
I only
thing
care
of,
about the opinions of the people around me, and they are the people who I will take
it's,
anything from.
it's the thing of as well that there's infinite perceptions of you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like in this room, there are 4 perceptions of each of us.
Yeah.
Because Rob has a perception on all of us,
Yeah.
including himself,
Yeah.
as does Ellouise,
Yeah.
as do I, as does Lucy.
Yeah.
Now, if we had all quick math for 16 of those people in this room,
Yeah.
there would be 16 different people in this room,
Mad.
right?
Ooh.
So if you think about it, the infinite perception of you,
Yeah.
nobody knows the full real you, not even you.
No.
No.
So like you know, my son's perception of me compared to my girlfriend's perception of me are two different people.
Thank God.
If you, yeah, of course. But
Praise the Lord.
if you bring the boys' perception in now, like that I hang out with, their perception will be different to my girlfriend's.
Yeah.
Both those perceptions will be different to this group.
Yeah.
You can't
And
please everyone.
So, yeah,
you know.
so why do we actually care
Yeah.
so much? Obviously, friends will give their opinion, friends will give advice.
Mhm.
But I think the message to take from this episode, whilst it's been a bit more of a serious one than the last one,
Yeah.
is actually just be yourself, be confident in yourself. And you don't have to be skinny, you don't have to be fat, you don't have to be anything you don't want to be. But if you do want to be something, be it right. Innit?
Yeah,
Be it
Unless you're disabled, you have no choice.
good. I don't know, you had a choice to get on that.
You didn't, I'm not being funny. Nico, you know, you didn't have to take Nico's hand.
Rico's.
Oh, I'm so I already messed this up, haven't I?
No, obviously there's
right,
things
you
you
were
can't
there.
help, innit?
I wasn't there, you're right.
There's
Yeah.
things you can't help, but
No,
like
I'm
with disability, own it.
Yeah.
And that's the same. That's what we. And it sounds like quite. I don't want to think this is being patronising. I'm excited to go on this journey with you because, like, that's not the case. But like Charlie said, can't wait for the day that you are just, like I said, unapologetically you for everything about
And
you.
cue
I love
the
that.
fucking RoboCop jokes.
Oh, I already called it the Terminator. I love
Yeah.
it. The new one
Yeah.
that's all wired up. So it's linked to your phone. I'm gonna give it a ring in the middle of the night.
The old
It does.
Bluetooth, like
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bluetooth, like.
It's
There's more
sick.
info on my gram if you want to know.
It's yeah.
Which was a massive, massive deal for me.
Yeah.
Taking a picture and putting on my gram. And it's so weird because I have my entire life I've been disabled. And that's not a bad word, by the way. The word disabled is not a bad word. The word fat is not
No.
a bad word. These are just words, and
Tell you a few bad words though.
Rob's ready with a beeper.
it's all about the power that we give them.
Yes.
So let's stop focusing on that and
Mhm.
those labels and giving them power and start giving more of that power to ourselves.
Mhm.
And if you're going to take anything into this phase of life, it's own whatever you have, but also reach out to your army, the people that you surround yourselves
Yeah.
with,
Yep.
because we're here to build each other up. And if they're not building you up, find a different army.
Yeah.
Bang.
Amen.
Do you know what? Let's end on that.
Mhm.
That is a perfect way to end. I think you have hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Bit more of a serious episode. So now just to kind of tie all the loose ends up,
Yes.
because we were meant to do this earlier in the episode. Spotify, Apple Music, anything you're listening on, make sure you subscribe and give us a 5-star rating. YouTube, like, subscribe, press the notification bell. I think you can press notifications on all of the podcast
Yeah, you
things. You will be notified as soon as an episode comes out. But thanks for listening. I think the next episode we're going to kind of dip into the mental health a bit and
Yeah.
Yeah.
talk about that. I think we kind of covered it today a little bit, but we're going to do a deeper dive.
Yeah.
We need to say thank you to a few people.
Yeah, we do. So I want to say thank you to Tree, who, if you've seen like our Nokia,
3210.
yeah,
Other
talk
phone
through
brands
to me.
available.
Yeah. But the kind of retro kind of logo that we're using, that's done by my friend Tree, who's absolutely amazing. Thank you, Tree.
Thank you, Tree.
Yeah.
And
Our
you
videos.
you literally took our vision that was probably very, very scatty when we kind of like
I drew it on a lined notepad.
exactly
Yeah.
and she
Yeah, she
smashed it.
took
Like she
that.
literally just like basically went inside our brains and just pulled it out. It was amazing.
Well
Yeah.
done,
Thank
Tree.
you, Tree.
Obviously, thank you to Rob, as always.
Producer Rob. Yes, Rob.
Thank you to my little brother, who's not little, he's 6'2" and built like a brick shit house. He's not. If he hears that, he's gonna be so.
Do you wanna go again?
No. Let's leave that little bit in there. But yeah, shout out to my brother who has taken on the responsibility of editing the clips that you're going to be seeing, and just kind of helping with the video editing, just to relieve a bit of the workload from Rob and us guys. And then just, yeah, thank you to all you guys for listening.
Thank you, girls.
Yeah.
Go on, do it. Do the Charlie's Angels.
Thank you, girls.
Thank you, Charlie. Talk funny to me.
Can't do that, it's copyrighted.
I'm having out anyway.